The man police say killed a high school athlete learned his sentence today. The victim's family talked with us and told us they're not happy about it, but they're moving forward.
A new year and a new legislative session are almost upon us. We'll give you the details of legislation that would let communities vote on local sales taxes. The U.S. is now formally blaming North Korea for the cyber attack against Sony Pictures. We'll have reaction from the president and from Hollywood.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 4:30.
Good afternoon to you once again. It has been a cold but calm day here in the Bluegrass, and we can expect some flakes this weekend.
I'm just excited. It's Friday.
Always. That goes without saying.
No matter the weather. Let's check in first with our meteorologist, Jim Caldwell. And Chris Bailey's out and about. Jim, we're glad to have you with us.
And I'm glad to be here before we head into that final weekend before Christmas, but a lot of folks are going to be out there stirring around. We will likely track a few flakes of snow for you tomorrow, but this evening should be fine. Just a little on the cool side. 33 right now in Lexington. You have 34 in Richmond, and a couple of folks showing up already at freezing or below. Mount Sterling, Covington, and we'll watch all of that cold air really settle in during the overnight hours tonight because we'll see temperatures in the 20s during that time period. Now, Defender, scanning the skies today, no precipitation out there. We're not tracking any rain or any snow, anything of the sorts, at least until late tonight and into the early morning hours. And where it's going to come from would be the northern flank of this system. This was one we had all kinds of concern about for this weekend. Some of the models were really trying to push a lot of snow in our area. And if it took more of a northern track, that would be exactly the case. But it's staying more into the Gulf of Mexico. But the northern edge of it, which you see some of the light rain showers across Arkansas and Missouri, that's what we'll see around here, which means we do track at least a little bit of snow shower activity for your Saturday, just not that big, heavy swath. We'll take a closer look at that coming up for you in just a few minutes, and I'll also have a look ahead to Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, white Christmas chances. Looking pretty good right now. I'll have that coming up.
Jim, thank you. A man and a woman are behind bars after they were found with stolen items in a central Kentucky motel room. John and Shirley Scalf of Mount Vernon are charged with burglary. Police were called to the Holiday Motel in Berea for two people who refused to leave. And when police arrived, they found several stolen items in the room, including DVDs, tools, and collectibles. The suspects then reportedly admitted to stealing from a nearby storage unit. A new piece of legislation called Lift Kentucky has been unveiled. If approved, it would allow communities to vote on local option sales taxes.
WKYT's Whitney Wetzel has details now from the state capitol. Whitney?
Legislative leaders announced this local option sales tax will be the focus of House Bill 1 during next year's regular session.
It's the most democratic form of government, that we can see. The ability for the local citizens to make a decision about what they want to do in their community is huge.
This proposal, known as LIFT, stands for Local Investments for Transformation. A local option sales tax would allow local communities to create a source of revenue through a limited and specific sales tax increase that has a predetermined end date. Those funds would then be invested back into the community for voter-approved infrastructure projects that are decided by the citizens. That could include improvements to roads, firehouses, and parks, among many other things. 37 states already allow their communities to vote on whether to install a temporary sales tax dedicated to a specific project. Kentucky's proposal would require a penny or less. Supporters believe giving local communities this option will bring new businesses to Kentucky.
If the local communities get these dollars through this local effort, it will actually have a positive impact upon the state's budget, so that instead of having to spend state dollars for these projects in these local communities, it would potentially free up some state dollars.
Now, if this proposed constitutional amendment is approved next year, voters will have a chance to support or oppose it in the November 2016 election. In Frankfort, Whitney Wetzel, WKYT.
And amendments to the state constitution can only appear on the ballot in even number years. Well, the Obama administration is now officially blaming North Korea for the cyber attack on Sony Pictures. Hackers exposed thousands of sensitive emails and forced the movie company to pull a controversial movie. David Begnaud has the latest now from Culver City, California, where Sony Pictures is based.
President Obama says North Korea is behind the damaging cyber attack against Sony Pictures.
They caused a lot of damage, and we will respond. We will respond proportionally, and we'll respond in a place and time and manner that we choose.
In a statement, the FBI says it has enough evidence to conclude North Korea was behind the hacking that leaked thousands of emails. Officials say hackers used a vast network of computer servers in other countries to hide their origin. A North Korean UN diplomat denies his country was behind the hacking. Several executives here at Sony Pictures in Culver City received a new taunting email praising their decision to cancel the interview.
You want us to kill the leader of North Korea?
Yes. The movie focused on a satirical plot to assassinate the leader of North Korea. Hackers emailed the studio was very wise to scrap the release of the movie, but warned Sony to never release the film in any form. Actor George Clooney spoke out against Sony's decision, saying it would only encourage more cyber attacks. The president also said Sony made a mistake when it scrapped the movie. David Begnaud for CBS News, Culver City, California.
In a statement, the Department of Justice praised Sony for its cooperation and promised to protect and defend the country from cyber attacks. Programmed as a substitute for The Interview, Trey Parker and Matt Stone's North Korea comedy Team America World Police has also been pulled now from the theaters. After Sony dropped its Christmas Day release of The Interview, a handful of theaters decided to show a 10-year anniversary screening of Team America, the 2004 puppet film that parodies the late father of Kim Jong-un. Cleveland's Capitol Theater said its Team America screening was canceled by Paramount Pictures, the studio that released the film. Texas Alamo Drafthouse said it was pulling Team America showings due to circumstances beyond its control.
Funny man Steve Carell is also feeling the effects of Sony's recent hack. His next film canceled by studio New Regency. The movie, tentatively called Pyongyang, was set in North Korea. But in the wake of The Interview's cancellation, the studio apparently isn't taking any chances. Carell responded to the news, tweeting, "Sad day for creative expression."
Today, a Lexington man found out how long he will spend in prison for killing a teenager.
Ernest Wheeler was charged with murder, but under a deal pleaded guilty to manslaughter for the death of 18-year-old Patrick Puckett. Our Kirsten Kennedy was in court today for that sentencing.
Patrick Puckett's father was very calm during sentencing. He says he's past the point of anger and he's ready to move forward.
It's, you learn to live with it. I mean, you never get over it, but coming down here and having to hear the sentencing kind of opens the wound up again.
Ronald Cowherd lost his son last year. Lexington police say Ernest Wheeler shot 18-year-old Patrick Puckett at an apartment on Ryan Circle. The court originally charged Wheeler with murder, but in a plea deal, Wheeler pleaded guilty to manslaughter. Friday afternoon, a judge sentenced Wheeler to 12 years for Puckett's death. It's a sentence Puckett's friends say they must accept.
So this is something that it doesn't have to linger on anymore, because he's dear to me. I keep him close to me always, and I even got him tattooed on my arm. So he was a big part of my life, and he was honestly like a brother to me. Even
final sentencing included a restitution amount of more than $15,000. That amount will be discussed in a hearing in February. In Lexington, Kristen Kennedy, WKYT.
Kristen, thank you. The restitution hearing is scheduled for February 12th.